Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 3rd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning around at 1 and 2, but wasn't the end of the world. Got up, the dogs were restless around and all that fun stuff, so got up, got them out, chilled out there for a little bit, jumped in the hot tub, wife got off to work, everything went smooth with her, came back in, got the other dog out, the aggressive one out, let her out for a bit. Rotated dogs through, got them all fed, got a few things taken care of, and then I got a text from my wife asking to remind me to go put gas in her car, and this evening after work, and we rolled back to the point that all she has to do is tell me, and I'll go put gas in the car, because there's enough just random like hobo shitty people often at our gas stations around here. It's becoming a problem, especially as it gets more the winter time. Seems way worse. Seems like all the homeless from up north take a bus or something down here, and it becomes much more of a tragedy. And there seems not so much here, but often there are. But like over in Orlando area, you can't go to a gas station without somebody begging you for money and kind of being aggressive about it almost if you don't give them anything. So definitely got a little bit out here. There haven't ran anybody that's aggressive about it, but I just don't want my wife messing with it and have to deal with that shit, especially if she pulls up in the convertible. Becomes even that much more of a risk of not being safe and all that stuff. So definitely easier for me just to do it. So she'd asked me to do it, and I set a reminder on my phone, and then I realized, I'm like, I'm just gonna do it right now. Like, dogs are good, I can let them settle in by themselves. They can, basically chill out for a little bit of time. And also, there's a little yard sale sign I saw yesterday on my run. Thought, well, I'll run by it also. So went ahead, jumped in the car, ran up, checked on grabbed her car, filled the tank of gas, and then kept checking the cameras, have cameras, and I can watch the dogs, and they were all just like perfectly fine, like just all chilling out, no problems at all. So I'd reached out to the guy that had the motorcycle I was going to look at and asked him if he's around. I was going to come down and look at it, and he got back to me while I was at the yard sale. He reached back out and said he was there, had the address already, and I told him you're about 10 minutes away. So if you're around, I'll head over. And he said yes. So I ran down to his place, looked at the bike, got there, and the battery was dead, which I understand why, probably because where he had it normally sitting the battery tender on it, it was one of those things where he'd got a new bike that he didn't push his bike to the back of the garage, and the battery tender didn't reach that far. So it was cranking over slowly, but just not enough volts to pop off. So there's no kickstart backup on this one, so really don't have much option there. So could have tried to jump start it and all that fun stuff, but didn't mess with it. So we went ahead and hooked up the battery tender on it, basically, to the little wires that come out underneath the seat. Let it sit there for a little bit. We shot the shit for a little while and checked the cameras again. Dogs are great. So went ahead, fired it up, and where it popped off, and once it had full power, it popped right off. It was perfectly fine. We even tried choking it, which is, I never need to choke down here. But it was kind of chilly this morning, so we tried it, and it popped off and fired up. Took it for a little test ride. I'm like, yeah, it works. So telling myself, I got a couple questions. One, it'd be a little better in the price. Two, will you deliver it to me? And three, I won't give you money until the title's on my name, because this bike, I don't think it's actually a street bike. It's a dirt-only dirt bike from KTM that, because it was at a tow-impound yard, like either abandoned or stolen or whatever, it had a bonded title on it. So it had the new title coming, which was fine, not a big deal. But when they got the new title, they got a blue title for street use. So I wanted to make sure I got the title in my name so I could drive on the street legally. So he goes, yeah, not a problem. I can load in the truck, yada yada. I'll meet you at the tag office and stuff. I'll take care of it. So what I should have done is went to the tag office, got my spot in line right then, waited for him to show up. What I should have done, but I didn't. Headed back home, basically chill out the dogs, hung out with them for a while, rotate them all in and out again, play with them for a while and stuff. Finally got a message from him saying he's on his way to the tag office. So I headed up that way, got my number, and asked him if he got the number. He goes, no. You gotta be here. I'm like, yeah, but we still gotta get a number. We got a little deal off. So I went ahead, and he had the bike in the truck. So we got there, and it said it was gonna be 110 minutes, which I was like, oh, it can't be that way. And then within 20 minutes, it dropped down to 30 minutes. So I was like, oh, it's going quicker than it should be. So ended up taking, I don't know, probably a little over an hour. Probably about what my wait time was, which wasn't the end of the world, but it was still a long ass time. So he ended up going back and sitting in the truck and waiting. He said he'd been feeling sickly lately, so he wasn't really feeling wonderful. So went ahead, got it done. Title went through fine. We was in there waiting, went to get our number. The lady showed us exactly where did Phil hang out, make sure it's all right, and blah, blah, whatever. I went in. I normally asked for like a bill of sale. I asked for all kinds of shit. Didn't ask for any stuff. She handed me a new plate. I gave her the money. I headed out, and basically he followed me to my house. We unloaded the bike and went ahead, and from that point, handed in the cash and stuck it next to the house. It don't have a kickstand, don't have anything. It's a dirt bike. It's not a street bike by any means. So went ahead, said held it, and got a couple of things done. He headed home. I went ahead and put it in the garage. Actually, I rode down the street a little bit, so I didn't put a plate on it yet, which technically is illegal, but I wasn't going very far. So, and the thing's got a buttload of power. It's a really fun little bike. So ended up buying the bike dirt cheap, like half of what it's probably worth, truthfully. But I have no idea the mileage, don't know the hours on it, what you want to describe, don't know any of that shit. So for what I got in it, it's a good test bike for me to see if I'm going to find somewhere around here to ride more off-road stuff. And two, if I like it and whatnot, if it blows up or I'm using it, I'll go buy myself something much nicer. And hopefully, if it works out and it continues to run good, if I find something I like better down here, I might drop this one off next time I go to Iowa at my buddy's house, let him store it for me, and then I'll have a bike to ride when I go up there. And it'll give me more excuse to make more trips up there in the summer to ride my bike. Because one of the things I really miss up there is riding the trails in Iowa. That is one thing I do miss about Iowa. Miss my buddy, miss a few people, whatnot. But for the most part, I really miss riding dirt bikes in that area. So if I had my own bike up there, it'd be a lot easier because his bikes are way too nice. He don't want me riding them. And two, he has like one bike that's like, trail bike kind of thing. So like his motocross bike. So we can't ride together. How are you doing today? So when I don't want to like go take his bike and then go ride the trails by myself. It seems dumb. Or if I have my own bike, we go up and ride together. So it'd be a much better way to go. So yeah, pretty excited about the stupid purchase I bought. Didn't tell my wife. She kind of knew I was looking at stuff, but didn't know I was getting a bike. So got back home, sent a picture to a few friends, a few people I know, acquaintances and whatnot. And one of the guys I reached out to is a fellow podcast fan of mine that we was to talk to in a few events and stuff. Wouldn't really call him a friend, but I call him an acquaintance. But we're friendly with each other. And he has an old Katana 600, I think it is, that he's been trying to sell forever. And it's a beautiful bike, but it's been sitting for a long time. And he basically goes, "You want to add another one to the stable?" And I was like, "Dude, I asked you last time you posted up during this thing that I was looking for it. How much we get? Can you get a battery in it to verify it at least starts and runs? If I jump it, can I buy a battery myself? Whatever." Never heard from you. He goes, "Well, I got a battery. Somebody else coming. Never showed up." And he quoted me a price that's disgustingly cheap. Like it's so cheap. Like holy crap. So he chucked a battery in the damn thing and got it fired up and sent me a video. So I think I'm buying that bike also. We got to find a time to go over there, get my trailer drug out, and go get it. He said he can't bring it to me because somebody else is using his truck at the moment because their truck's tore down, ironically, at his house also. If they get that truck done, he'll deliver it to me. But if not, I'm going to add another crotch rocket, which I don't need at all. In any way, shape, or form, I don't need a crotch rocket. But it's so cheap, it's hard to resist. Plus, it'd be nice to, as a loaner bike, it doesn't matter. So, nice thing about out here in Florida, I don't have to have insurance on motorcycles. So, it's fairly easy to add more of them to my collection, ride them. If I ride it 2 or 3 times a year, who cares? Because at the price he's selling it to me for, I can't lose money. Like, it's impossible to lose money on it because he just don't want to market. He don't want to sell it on marketplace. He don't want to deal with people, and he doesn't care about it anymore. He just wants it out of his house. So he's trying to make room for other toys and other hobbies. So yeah, and I'll see if I can get over there and get that. It's about a 2-hour drive round trip to go pick it up. So, and it's been sitting for a long time, so I wouldn't even dream of driving it home. I want to get it home, change all the fluids out, and do a quick little maintenance update on it before I even dream to ride it long term kind of thing. So, but yeah, basically a pretty good day there. Chilled out, hung out with the dogs the rest of the day, just hanging out there doing a thing. Wife got home from work and she ended up working real late. And apparently she'd sent me a message and I missed it. Like it was weird. It was like, as I was sending her message came in, so I never saw it. And she talked about working late, so I didn't see this message. So I finally was like, well, I'm gonna go for a run. And if I didn't give up until like late, like she was still at work. So I went ahead and got dressed, go for my run. And as I was getting ready to walk out the door, she texted and said she's on her way home finally. So and I was like, yeah, not a problem, no big deal. I went ahead and basically she came home, dogs were good. The dogs a little bit, finished my run up, got back, got home, took her, I said, hey, I got something to show you. It's like, what? And she saw the license plate on the counter, so she knew something was up. But I took her out in the garage, showed her my new dirt bike, and she was pretty, like, I'm not sure if she was excited about it or like disgusted by it. I couldn't really tell which, but she did not like how loud it is. It is stupidly loud. I've met a pipe on it. It's just so damn loud. And I kind of wish it wasn't that loud, because some of the places me riding are kind of sketchy, whether or not it's legal to ride there or not. So the quieter my exhaust is, less likely people will hear it, less likely people will bitch, less likely I'll get the cops called on me. So I might end up swapping the muffler back out for something much quieter, or even go back to stock if I can find it. So we'll see. But I need to at least get a spark arrestor on it so I can take it up to Ocala, go ride some woods. I want to do a little bit of maintenance on it. I want to do a whole change and some of that good fun stuff before I go very far in it. But the no kickstart backup makes me nervous. I got to get a battery pack to help jump it if I need to. So, but yeah, I gotta get that figured out, and that'll be fun. And then after that, pretty much I'm gonna rip this thing, man. I'm just gonna go out and have some dumb fun on it. And we laughed and joked because I had talked about dropping my insurance through her work, and it cost us about $7,800 a year for me to have insurance through her company. And it's not a lot of money, but it is a lot of money. Like, I haven't spent, if I paid out of pocket in the last few years, I mean, $700 a year would be the most I've ever spent, like at the most. Like, it's probably closer to $200 a year. Like, I don't go to the doctor, haven't had a physical in 5 years. The only thing I had my motorcycle wreck that I got in that crash, but it was their fault. So I'm like, what the hell? So I told her, since you forced me to have insurance, I went and bought a dirt bike. So now I'm gonna be able to use that damn insurance. So we're gonna put that insurance to good use, since I'm gonna pay $7,800 a year to medical bills. Might as well at least go get hurt, so I get some use out of that money. And she didn't really find that as funny as I did, but it's all good. It's what it is. So, but yeah, got there, went ahead and jumped in the shower, knocked out a nice little dinner for ourselves, had a nice little meal, hung out with the dogs again. It was all copacetic, and just pretty much chilled out, watched a little bit of TV, head outside, rotated the dogs in and out, and had the aggressive dog outside, left the other ones inside. And that's kind of how they want to be again. It's like everyone's didn't want to be outside as much tonight as it gets colder. I think they're kind of a little bit wussies. So I hung out with my wife in the bedroom, and then we were getting ready to head to bed. Went to take them out one last time, brought the aggressive dog up, put her in the office, got her all situated, took the other two out, and then trying to get the old ass Rottweiler mix, where the hell he is, up. And he's super old. He has trouble getting up and stuff, and he struggles and kind of has a hard time getting up. Because I went to help him up, he apparently didn't like it this time. And like, just, I don't know if I was hurting him or what, I have no idea, but he's super like old, and just everything hurts on his body. He lunged over and bit me right in the forearm, like hard. Luckily I had my jacket on and my new flannel shirt my wife had bought me for Christmas, and it punctured the skin, but not bad. So no dog slide, no nothing, no germ, just shirt ripped. There's no hole in the shirt, so I was not real happy with that. But I got him up, got him outside, got to use the bathroom, and I'll tell the owners about it tomorrow. But yeah, so now I got 2 dogs in the house. 1 dog bites dogs and 1 dog bites people. But yay! All the fun of having this kind of job. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's all we got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.